Today we're going to cook something especially for those of our friends in the Northern Hemisphere. A great chicken soup, keep you warm all winter. Hi, welcome to the Grumpy Home Chef. As you can see, I'm not grumpy. I'm Mammy, taking over Grumpy's kitchen again. I'll explain why in a minute. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit the red subscribe button down below and don't forget to hit that bell. It notifies you whenever we put new videos up, which is on Tuesdays and Fridays in 2019. So let's get into it and make chicken soup. What you're going to need for this is some chicken legs. You can also use chicken thighs. We happen to like chicken legs in our family. Potatoes, onions, some parsnip, suede and carrots, or any other vegetables that you want to put in it. Some chicken stock, salt and pepper, and for those of us here in Australia, Vegemite is always a really good thing to have in your soups. Okay, so I'm going to prepare all this, chop all the vegetables up, get everything ready, and let you know why I've taken over the kitchen. So last year in January 2018, Grumpy and I got married on the very first day that same-sex couples were allowed to marry in Australia. We never got to have a honeymoon. We were going to have one earlier in 2018, a couple of months after our wedding. But then Grumpy got sick, and every time we planned something, she seemed to be sick. So this time I thought, I'm taking charge of this. I've planned 3 weeks away, and Grumpy has absolutely no idea where we're going. Now, by the time you see this, I think she's planning to put this video up on a Tuesday in early February, which means that by the time you see this, we will be in New York. So there you go, you know where we're going. But at this stage of the game, Grumpy has no idea where we're going. I've just told her that you're coming away for 3 weeks, she needed a passport, and we were packing the bags. Now Grumpy absolutely loves New York City, so she is going to love this. But because we're going away for 3 weeks and Grumpy's been doing some contract work, she needed to get it all finished up before we go away. So I said to her, I'll come in the kitchen, I'll do some cooking, we can film it, there you go. She must have had a heart attack. She would have had all this organised before we started. She would have cut it and had it all peeled and ready to go before she started cooking. Not me. I am so messy in the kitchen and she gets so cranky at me, it's not funny. But anyway. But it is a good winter dish, and I am doing it in honour of the fact that we're going to New York in the middle of winter, and that we might see some friends of ours that live up in Boston. So if you're watching this, hello Crystal and Amy. We're looking forward to seeing you. Can't say anything of course to Grumpy because she doesn't. We're going to move over to the stove. We start off by browning off our chicken. Once we've browned off our chicken, we add our water and our stock. Put our vegetables in and set it to start boiling. Just put a few pieces of the chicken in at a time so you can get that nice brownness on the outside. And the reason you brown the soup is, the reason you brown the chicken is to bring out the flavours. Okay. Whilst they're sitting in there, just going like that, I'm also just going to put the onion in a little bit. Turn this down because it was on high, and I'm just turning it down to a low heat to put the onions through. Then I add the vegetables. I actually add my veggies before I put my stock in. So I put potatoes in, parsnip, suede and carrots. Like I said, you can add as many vegetables or as fewer vegetables as you like. If you've got something else you want to add that you think is nice in a soup, just add it. It's not hard. You should try and cut them all to the same consistency. Again, I don't cut mine very thin. I kind of just chop them, which, as Grumpy says, I hack them. But they come out all right, and I cook it for a while. Okay, then I'm going to add some water. Just a little bit, not as much as I'm going to use yet. I'm going to put the rest of my chicken back in. And add more water. I just try and pretty much cover the water because one of the things that we do with this is we actually add Vegemite, as you'll see later. And not only does it add salt, so you don't really need salt with this, it also thickens it up a bit because of the yeast in the Vegemite. I'm not sure that's actually why it thickens it up. Anyway. Some chicken stock to get it going. If you've got homemade chicken stock, you can use that. I only add just a little bit of this just to give it a little bit of extra flavouring and to thicken up the soup a bit. And that's it. Put it in, give it a little bit of a stir around now. Pop the lid on, turn it up again to around sort of medium high. You don't want it totally high, but medium high. I cook it on low once it's boiled. I tend to let it boil for around 10 minutes, turn it down, cook it on low, and cook for about an hour and a half until the chicken's thoroughly cooked and the taste of the vegetables and the chicken has gone all the way through the soup. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add Vegemite. Okay, I'm going to add Vegemite. Now, this is obviously something that's very Australian. I absolutely love watching people from other countries try and eat this. It's a very salty yeast extract. So you could add just plain salt, or you could add something like soy sauce at this stage. I put it in quite early and then add a little bit more later. And I don't add too much because it is very, very salty. And I just put it in and give it a bit of a stir. And it'll come off the spoon. And I don't know why, but it's something that my grandmother used to do when she made soup, was always add some Vegemite. So I'm going to add it too. I think it tastes a lot better with it. What I do now is just turn it down. I like to put it on low, as I said, for about an hour and a half. When we serve this, we'll serve it with some fresh bread rolls with lots of butter on them because I like it, and just add a little bit of pepper right near the end. I don't add any more salt other than another thing of Vegemite about 20 minutes before it's cooked. It's absolutely wonderful to have this on a cold winter's day. So for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere that are experiencing the cold, like I hope we're going to be experiencing when we're in New York, this is something that you could whip up, keep on the stove all day, eat it for lunch and dinner if you like, or do what we're doing, which is once we've had our first bowl of it, we let it cool right down, put it in the freezer, and then when we reheat it, we just reheat it back in this bowl. Thanks for watching Grumpy Home Chef. We hope you liked this video, and we hope you didn't mind that I took over Grumpy for the day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and head over to Instagram and Facebook to follow @Grumpy Home Chef. Bye.